Hi, my name is Katie Dowding. I'm an international certified master groomer. Today we're going to be teaching you how to clean your dog's ears and whether or not you should be plucking them. She's a poodle and she lives off her nerves. So she's the sort of dog that is likely to get ear infections. I know that seems like an odd thing to say, but believe me, dogs who are highly anxious tend, or more sensitive, maybe is a better way of putting it, tend to be the sort of dogs that get ear infections quite easily. Jess is borderline on thinking about having an ear infection in this ear at the moment. Her good ear will look almost white inside. It's dirty and it's needing cleaning, which is what we're going to be covering today, but it's the skin around it is white, whereas this side, I don't know if you can see, it's ever so slightly pink. And this is when I would probably be treating her ears with a bit more caution. I'm going to keep them clean for a couple of days, but if that doesn't start to look a little bit less itchy for her, this would mean a trip to the vet for me. I wouldn't be waiting until that's red raw before I sought veterinary attention for it. If you can nail it in the very early stages, an ear infection is quite easy to clear up. If you leave it, however, it can become hideously expensive, as I've learned to my cost in the past. There's a big debate about plucking ears at the moment as to whether you should pluck them or not. My advice is that if there is nothing wrong with your dog's ears and your dog is not suffering in any shape or form, leave them well alone. The only area that you need to clean is this outside area and what you can see. Now, what you use to clean them with will very much depend on what you have to hand. Right at this point in time, you probably won't have all the equipment that you need to hand because you didn't know about it. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to clean Jess's ears today. I'm going to start here with what you might have to hand. Baby wipes are very easy to get hold of. If they are fragrance free and they are soothing ear wipe, baby wipes, these will do to clean ears out perfectly fine. So all you're going to clean is the area that you can see. Now, bearing in mind that she's thinking about having an ear infection in this ear, I'm going to be incredibly gentle, but I do want to get that as clean as I possibly can. I wouldn't dream of plucking hair out of an ear that I suspected wasn't 100% normal. So just cleaning what I can see. There you go, that will do. And that's how dirty that ear was. So it's really important to remember that the hair that you pull gently through your fingers, if it comes out with the pad, then it was meant to come out, and it's not going to be creating a hole in the dog's skin where bacteria like Pseudomonas can get into and cause a really quite nasty infection. Another thing I probably didn't point out early enough and should do is that every time you go from one ear to the other, you use a separate pad or a separate baby wipe. Do not use the same baby wipe or pad in alternate ears. It must be a fresh one for each ear. What you may wish to purchase is a good ear cleaner. The ones that are actually designed for dogs, as opposed to just using baby wipes, will do a better job than using something like baby wipes. Although keeping your dog's ears clean is with anything is better than nothing. Warm water with a little bit of soap in it, and then as long as it's rinsed really, really well, will also clean, but you must be so careful not to get any water into the dog's ears. So what I'm going to do with this ear cleaner, I'm going to use makeup pads, and I'm going to pour the cleaner onto the makeup pad, not directly onto the ear, and then I will just go through the ear And this is the ear that is looking normal to me, so I can afford to be a little bit more thorough and firm, but I'm still being gentle. Now, if there were any hairs that were just able to be pulled out using the cotton bud, or the cotton pad here, then those are hairs that were dead already. They're like the dead hair inside the dog's coat. So those ones are okay to pluck out. But what I'm not going to do is go in with forceps or with tweezers and start plucking that ear bald, because that's when you're pulling out hair that's already attached to the matrix, and by pulling it out you're actually creating a little hole or a space where bacteria can get in, and bacteria like Pseudomonas aeruginosa can do an awful lot of damage to your dog's ear, causing inflammation and all sorts of nasties.